Within advanced planning and scheduling, we can set up a block size. We have a variety that are already set up. A block size is anything that is divisible into 60. You could fine-tune and schedule your shop down to the minute if you wanted to do that, but most manufacturers are going to schedule in increments of 5, 10, 15, 30, or 60 minutes. You can set up block sizes using these parameters to improve scheduling. In advanced planning and scheduling maintenance, you can change the block size. So if you change the block size on the prior screen, you need to run advanced planning and scheduling maintenance to reset the schedule and the scheduling blocks for the planning window. This allows you to fine-tune the schedule using the defined block sizes. For example, if you had defined 30-minute blocks, then you are going to get 2 blocks per hour. If you set up blocks as 15 minutes, you will have 4 blocks per hour. You can also update work center schedules from the calendar. If you add or subtract any type of capacity from a work center, then you need to run this process to update everything throughout the system. Within order types, you have a variety of settings related to material issues. For example, you may not want to allow employees to underissue material. Some companies may allow an underissue, or they may just want to warn the employee that's entering the transaction that they're going to underissue this material. You can also choose to prevent underissued material transactions altogether. There's a variety of data entry settings that enable you to manage your shop more efficiently. On top of that, you can define a default operation move quantity for backflushed materials. For example, if you are making 10 items on a production order and you complete 5 the first day, the next time you enter data against the order, the system will default the quantity to 5 because it knows that you completed 5 previously. From an overissue standpoint on the material, the application supports unreleased batch quantities. So if somebody completed a batch from a material issue and it has not been released, the software will enforce the overissue rules established previously. The rough cut planning screen is like a scheduling workbench. These are all of our production orders that are in the facility. This includes orders in various statuses. So there is a plan. Once they are released, you can access financial transactions and analytics. Orders in process have already been started. They have transactions posted against them that will update financials. Now, there are a couple of things that we can do here. For example, you can change the dispatch priority. 5 is the default, which is middle of the road. 1 is the highest, and 10 is the lowest. So as a planner, you can see what work needs to be scheduled, and then you can change the constraint date here to move the schedule around based on the constraint date and the dispatch priority. You can quickly access the schedule for this production order to view the production order schedule. This one is in a planned state. In the Work Center scheduling screen, you can view this for the overall site or warehouse. You could look at it for a specific work center within that warehouse, and then you could look at it for any order type, specific production number, and date range. For example, you'll notice that there are 3 operations, so these are the 3 work centers used for this production order. The schedule blocks that we talked about earlier are set to 0. This tells you that it's infinitely scheduled. And the start and end time is also infinitely scheduled. So at 11:59 to 11:59, that shows that it's infinitely scheduled. You can also see the actual scheduled times based on the run rates set up in the bill of materials. This is the production order number and the operation. Now, when you schedule this, you can see how it changes. You can release the order directly from here, so it allows the planner to release these orders to the floor. Let's go ahead and release this order at the same time and schedule it. So now, when you look at the production order maintenance, here's the order, 3715, that was just scheduled and released. And then when you go into the production order maintenance, this one is released now, and we can see the time it was released. If necessary, you can change the dispatch priority here, as well as the constraint date, provided that you have the security access to do so. You can schedule forward from a start date or backward from a finish or end date. You can also schedule infinitely or finitely against available capacity and constraints. These options provide flexibility to handle a variety of different needs. Now, if you look at the schedule again, you'll notice that now you can see scheduled blocks. So in this case, everything is based on the capacity available for the work center and labor based on this shift. You can see that there are 5 scheduled blocks. So this is running an hour and 15 minutes, which, as you can see, it starts at 9 a.m. and it's going to end at 10:15. And then the next operation will start at 10:15 and end at 11:15. And then it will move on to the last operation from 11:15 to 11:30. In addition, you can define overlap for operations. Here you can see this one takes up only an hour and 6 minutes, so I have a buffer of 9 minutes for unexpected issues or for movement to the next operation.